I never believed in ghosts, or curses, or haunted places. I believed in facts, in reason, in what I could see. So when my friend Sam dared us to explore the old St. Augustine Hospital, I didn't flinch. It had been abandoned since the late 80s. An electrical fire tore through the East Wing, killing over 24 patients, most of them sedated, trapped in locked rooms. One nurse survived, but she vanished a week later. No trace. The building's been sealed ever since. Locals say you can still hear the call bells ringing late at night. That room 313 was never found during cleanup, and that one patient was never accounted for. I thought it was just small-town myth, urban legend. But that night, I learned some places remember you. There were 4 of us, me, Sam, Kira, and Jason. We snuck in through a broken basement window. The hospital smelled like mold and metal. Faded 4 bags still hung from broken poles. Medical charts littered the floor. Everything was frozen in time, as if the building was holding its breath. Kira joked about finding a haunted wheelchair. Jason laughed, nervously. We wandered room to room. Some walls were burned out, others strangely untouched. But the power? It flickered on, only for a second, then off again. That shouldn't be possible, I muttered. Then Sam found it. Room 313. It shouldn't have existed. According to the hospital blueprint we saw online, the numbers skipped from 312 to 314. But there it was, its door shut, paint peeling, a faded clipboard hanging from the hook. He opened it, and the air changed. The inside was wrong. Spotless. No dust. No debris. The bed was made neatly. Machines glowed faint green. A heart monitor beeped steadily, though nothing was connected to it. The clipboard read, "Patient still under observation." No name. No date. The whiteboard on the wall read, "Vitals stable." No response. "Do not disturb." "This is stage," Kira said. "It has to be." We stepped in. Sam took out his phone to film, but the screen glitched and went black. Same with mine. No signal. Batteries dying instantly. Then, the door slammed shut behind us. Hard. We all froze. Jason lunged at the knob. Locked. No give. Kira began banging on the walls. No one answered. That's when we heard it. Breathing. Heavy, labor just beside the bed. But there was no one there. And then, a second breath. Right behind us. We turned. Nothing. But the machines were reacting, picking up signals. Heart rate. Blood pressure. Brain waves. As if someone was there. We panicked. Sam tried kicking the door open. I flipped open drawers looking for anything, a key, a tool, a weapon. But then I noticed the mirror above the sink. We were all in it. But one of us wasn't moving. Sam's reflection stood still, even though he was pacing behind me. Then, the reflection smiled. Slowly. Unnaturally wide. Sam wasn't smiling. Kira screamed. The heart monitor flatlined. Then it started spelling letters. 1. At. A time. S. A.M. The intercom crackled above our heads. Visiting hours are over. Please return to your rooms. No power. No system to be broadcasting anything. That's when Jason broke. He slammed his body against the door. Once. Twice. Third time. It opened. Not into the hallway. Into another room, 313. The same one. Same bed. Same walls. But Sam was gone. So was the mirror. We were stuck. Trapped in an endless loop of room 313. The more we ran, the more it repeated. We passed the same gurney. The same bloodied curtain. The same rust-colored handprint on the glass door. Every hallway. Every stairwell led us right back to that room. Eventually, we turned on each other. Jason blamed Sam for dragging us here. Kira started muttering to herself, rocking in the corner. I kept checking my phone. No time. No battery. Just a black screen reflecting me. Only me. At some point, I passed out. When I woke up, I was lying on wet grass outside the hospital. Alone. It was morning. I ran home. Told the police. They searched the building. No signs of forced entry. No room 313. No Kira. No Jason. No Sam. No evidence we'd ever been inside. I kept seeing things after that. People in scrubs staring at me from across the street. Whispers in my vents. Vitals stable. No response. Do not disturb. A week later, I got a letter. No stamp. No return address. Just a hospital ID bracelet inside. Sam's name was on it. And underneath his second tag. Mine. You ever wonder what it's like to disappear without dying? To be erased from time, from memory, from existence, yet still be aware? Because that's what happened to me. I remember the moment clearly. We were inside room 313, laughing nervously, pretending we weren't scared. Then the door slammed, the mirror glitched, and everything started to go wrong. I blinked, and I was alone. No Jason, no Kira, no Ethan, just me, in the room. At first, I thought maybe I'd walked into another wing, some optical illusion. Maybe they were just down the hall. But every time I stepped out of the room, I stepped back into it. Same bed, same machines, same slow, pulsing beep. It wasn't looping. It was alive. Each time I came back, something changed. The sheets on the bed began to wrinkle. The beeping got slower. The air smelled stronger, like bleach and blood. And the door? It never opened again. I shouted until my voice broke. I slammed every wall, ripped the wires from the machines. But they kept turning back on. I sat in the corner and told myself I was dreaming. Until the mirror lit up. It showed my friends. Walking the hallway. Passing room 313. Not seeing it. I pounded on the glass. I screamed their names. But they just walked past. Again and again. Time was looping for them. But not for me. I stopped counting the hours. Then the voices started. Soft at first. Whispering through the intercom. Coming from inside the walls. Vitals dropping. Respiration low. Don't wake 'em up. They weren't talking about me. They were talking to me. The bed began to move. Slowly. As if someone was getting into it. I saw the sheets bend, the pillows sink down, and the monitor flatlined. But nothing was there. Then the clipboard updated itself. A new patient name appeared. Samuel A. Merrill. Status. Under observation. That's when I knew. I wasn't trapped with something. I was becoming it. The worst part wasn't the hallucinations. Not the crawling shadows or the whispers that started using my voice. No, it was the feeling of being watched. Not from the mirror, not from the hallway, from a bed. Every time I turned away, I felt its eyes on me. Empty black pits, like the patient who never left. I started seeing him, wrapped in bandages, motionless, sitting up in the bed, watching me. He never spoke, just stared, until one night, he leaned forward and whispered, I waited. Now it's your turn. I ran. I don't know how or where, but I ran until the walls stretched, twisted, broke. And suddenly, I wasn't in room 313 anymore. I was outside the hospital, but it wasn't morning. It wasn't real. It was a replica, a fake world built to look like escape. I could feel the illusion, like breathing inside a photograph. And every time I blink, I'm back in the room. I never really left. And now, I wait. I watch from the other side of the mirror. I see Ethan walking down the street. I see Kira talking in her sleep. I see Jason still screaming in the dark. Because here's the truth. None of us left. Room 313 isn't a room. It's a patient. And once you see it, it sees you. Room 313 doesn't trap you. It becomes you. Subscribe Echo and Ash Story for Part 3. They brought it home.